Okay, welcome back again to Needs Tech Vids channel. Finally, this is the last step in Sangfor HCI configuration. Again, for actual deployment and POC is the same. So for today's video, I will show you on how to create the virtual data store creation. Let's talk first before we go dive in. So for storage setup, there is what we call hybrid, which it's combined with SSD plus HDD, which what we're doing now, or all-flash setup disk, meaning no need for cache disks, way more faster than the hybrid. Then lastly is the all-flash with cache setup, meaning SSD for data, then NVMe for caching. Then this setup is the fastest of the three. Also for data disk, it supports SSD, NVMe, SAS disk, and HDD. Okay, so let's go to Storage tab, then Virtual Storage, press Create Virtual Data Store, and then select Ordinary Data Store. Stretch Data Store is used for stretch cluster setup, which means an active setup. It's like from in this building to another building. Stretch Data Store or Stretch Cluster starts at 4 nodes by default. Okay, so select Ordinary Data Store, the select method of Use Disk on New Host. The other method, which is the Use Unused Disks added to existing data stores, meaning you have already existing virtual data store, and it's referring to free available disk, which not included in the existing virtual data store. It required 3 nodes and above to create second data store. By default, it will auto-detect the disks, meaning data use is for the HDD and SSD for cache disks. And for the disk groupings is recommended to follow the default configuration created for you. But still, you can modify the disk groups if you want. So those disks with red X mark is considered to have a bad sector, so cannot be added in the virtual storage creation. Again, this is only a demo units I use. Okay, so press Next. As you can see the type of disk, which detected by default as SSD or HDD, as well as the size or capacity. So this is the disk group of the node 1, and you can see that SSD for cache, HDD for data. There is also spare and free, meaning for spare disk can take over right away if their data disk will fail, and free disk can still be used or added as data disk, so depends on you. So same goes with node 2, but currently only a few disks with 1 SSD and 4 HDD. If you want to change or modify the disk groups, you can just press here. But be careful and don't worry if your groupings is wrong, it will not proceed. Then press Next, and for the test connectivity, recommended to put the gateway address of the management interface to identify which node is down and cannot communicate to the gateway IP. Then press OK. So in this summary, you can see it's 2 nodes, 14.5 terabytes raw capacity, 25% of cache disk, which so big, recommended range is not lower 5% for cache disk. 7.2 terabytes is your usable capacity. Then for 3, replica copy is not supported, since this is only 2 nodes. 3 replica copy is only available for 3 nodes and up. Then press OK. Enter administrator's password for HCI. You can check the activity task. Currently, there is alert since I just using 1G network, or just a copper patch cord connection for storage network interface. By default, it should be 10G network. This is just for testing purposes only. Congratulations, you have successfully created a virtual data store. So you can now create a virtual machine from scratch or import from other virtualization platform or do the migration. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or comment for a better videos next time. Thank you.